Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Real Estate Conversations. My name is Zanab Sheikh, your local real estate expert, and I'm here with my lending partner, Maureen.
Hi everyone, Maureen Lean at Rate, your local lender. We're here to talk about some basic mortgage 101 things today.
Today we are talking about Mortgage 101, and trust me, whether you're buying your first home or even your third, understanding the basics can make the process so much smoother. Maureen, I have a quick story before we start.
Oh, I love stories.
So, Maureen, last year I was working with a young couple who fell in love with the home the second they walked in. It was perfect, but when we sat down to talk numbers, they realized they had no idea what a mortgage really involved beyond monthly payments. They were so worried they would lose the house. That's when I called Maureen, and within 30 minutes, she walked them through what a mortgage really is: principal, interest, taxes, and insurance, and how their down payment played into the whole picture. They went from anxious to confident in one phone call.
And that's the importance of getting pre-approved early. I do remember that story very, very clearly. And that's why when I talk to people, I start with the basics, right? Number one, what is a mortgage? Well, a mortgage is a loan that you're going to get from a lender or from a bank, and you're going to use that money to help you buy a home. You have to pay those funds back just like any other loan. And typically it's over like a 30, a 20, a 15, even a 10-year term. And the monthly payment is going to include four main factors, possibly five. It's called PITI. So you have the principal, you have the interest, you have the taxes, and then you have insurance. So the principal is obviously going to be the amount that they're paying, the amount of the loan that they borrowed and what they're paying on that. The interest, well, that's the cost of them borrowing the money from us. You've got your taxes, which are going to be the property taxes. So we take that annual amount, we divide it into 12 months, and we add that onto the monthly payment. Same with the insurance. There's two types of insurance. The main one is home insurance. So everyone has to get home insurance on their property. We're going to divide that into 12 monthly payments and collect it each month as well. And then if you have less than 20% down on a conventional loan, you're going to have PMI. And even if you have 20% down on an FHA loan, you're going to have PMI. And what that is that's called private mortgage insurance. And what it, in a nutshell, the investors are just saying, you don't have enough skin in the game. We need to protect ourselves in case of default. And so then you'll have that monthly PMI. And I can't tell you how many people do come to me after they've found a home and they had no idea, just like this couple here, of what they were getting themselves into. So it's important to get pre-approved first so you understand, what that payment is going to be.
And that's why it's so important to have a lender who doesn't just throw numbers at you, but explains what the entire process is going to be like. And that's why it's so important to have a lender who doesn't just throw numbers at you, but explains what those numbers mean for your life. Buying a home isn't just a transaction, it's one of the biggest decisions you will make in your life.
Exactly. Not only the biggest decision, but the largest investment. And so getting pre-approved early is vital. And I mean, even before you start looking at homes, because the last thing we want you to do is fall in love with the home and then find out that you don't qualify. So talking with me, we're going to discover what your budget is and what your comfort zone is and have a pre-approval in hand. So when you go out with Zainab and you find that dream home, you're going to be ready to submit an offer.
Thanks for joining us for Coffee and Real Estate Conversations. We'll see you next time with more tips to make your home buying and selling journey easier.
Bye, everybody.